channel. I want to go over some of my bets for the 6th week of the NFL season. We got tons of good games. Bears, Jaguars, Browns, Eagles, Buccaneers, Saints division game, another division game, Chargers, Broncos. I'm looking forward to that Lions Cowboys game. That should be a lot of fun. And then the Bills and the Jets, man. That is going to be a killer game. Buffalo Bills at the Jets. The Jets just fired head coach Robert Saleh. So, I've been going back and forth. I've been doing different types of live streams. I've been doing the vertical one. I've been doing the horizontal one. So I'm just kind of playing with formats right now and see which ones you guys like the best. See what feed gets the most people engaged with these videos. It's Saturday night. We're hanging out, getting ready for football tomorrow. It starts early. Starts super, super early. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Bears. If you're on the West Coast, everyone, getting up super early. 6:30 the game starts for us on the West Coast. So we're getting ready for that game tomorrow. I think it's on the NFL Network, so you got to subscribe to that in order to watch this game. But it's coming in at pretty much even money, guys. Minus 110 on both sides. The spread, the Jaguars are getting 1 point. I saw on DraftKings that the Bears are actually getting a point. So it's been flipping and flopping between two different 1 point swings for that spread for the Jaguars and the Bears. Next up, we got the Cardinals and the Packers. Cardinals are getting 5.5, man. I really like the Cardinals getting the 5.5. And then if we go to the bet slip and we want to buy points, we can buy a half a point. And then at +6, we can get minus 120. And then what? What are they at? 5.5. If we do a 1.5 and get 7, we're at minus 145 to give the Arizona Cardinals 7 points, right? So that's an interesting bet too. Cleveland Browns, Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are given 8. Browns are getting 8 plus 310 are the Cleveland Browns, right? So I don't really see any bets I love right there. Maybe a Saquon touchdown. Let's check out the props for TD scores in this game. So Saquon is the highest at minus 179. I don't love that. That's a little high. A.J. Brown coming in at plus 150 makes some sense. What's up, Diego? How's it going, bro? Jalen Hurts is at plus 110. That's an interesting one as well because he does get a lot of rushing touchdowns. So I like Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown at plus 150. Doing good, man. Getting ready for some football tomorrow. We're excited about the Birds coming back. What's up, M. Clarkin? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream for the J All Day Sports Show. We're talking bets right now for Week 6. I'm going over some props. I'm going over some money line bets, some teasers, some parlays, giving you all the different bets that could potentially cash for us and make us some dough. All right. The Saquon coming in at almost minus 200. I don't love that. I'd rather do Hurts at plus 110 or A.J. Brown at plus 150. I think A.J. Brown is definitely a live dog at plus 150. Deshaun Watson at plus 425. That's interesting as well, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm giving you guys all kinds of good bets all week long. Predictions, power rankings, whatever you want, NFL content, I'm here to bring it to you guys. And if you have any questions about any of the games, make sure you shoot them in the comments below, and we'll chat up about your favorite NFL team. But yeah, I'm just going over some props, TD props for these games. See where we like it, right? I do like James Conner for the Cardinals as an anytime touchdown scorer as well. Yeah, E-Money, that sounds about right. I don't know if the Eagles quite get to 45 points, but like 35-17, something like that, sounds about right to me. Josh Jacobs is coming in at minus 110. James Conner's coming in at even money. I do like Tucker Kraft, the tight end for the Packers, coming in at plus 190. That's an interesting prop bet with pretty good juice coming back. So is Trey McBride at plus 220. I don't know if he's found the end zone yet this year, but he's a great player, especially in the red zone. Plus 220. I like those odds for anytime touchdown scorer. I think they're going to score some points in this game too, this Arizona Cardinals-Packers game. I think the Cardinals are potential live dogs. Then we got the Texans at the Patriots. Texans are given 6.5 points, guys. 6.5 points to the New England Patriots. And guess what? Rookie Drake May is getting the ball, man. The first time in his NFL career he's going to be starting, right? So, big opportunity for Drake May, but unfortunately for him, that offensive line does not play good football, man. I have no idea what Playboy Cardi is. Do you think that the Cardinals can? I do, man. I mean, the Seahawks have been getting fraud checked, right? And then the Rams are so banged up, they're going to be hurting, right? So I definitely think the Arizona Cardinals have the potential to sneak into the playoffs. Can they win the division? There's a chance, right? The 49ers have not been playing great football, right? I mean, they're blowing leads. They even the game they won against Seattle, they let Seattle back into the game, right? Not playing good on special teams. Brock Purdy's kind of looks so, right? So I definitely think the Cardinals are in play to potentially snag a playoff spot, especially when you look at their schedule, right? The Cardinals' schedule is not really tough. Yeah, the Cardinals they got the Packers, Chargers, Dolphins, Bears, Jets, Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks, Pats, Panthers, Rams. I mean, if the Rams are still banged up, they're 3 winnable games towards the end of the year, right? You got a division game versus the Seahawks, then you got the Patriots, Panthers, and Rams to close out the year, right? I think the Cardinals have the potential. Yeah, I do, DU. I like the Cardinals to cover that 5.5 points. I think that's a good bet for sure. And I think they have a chance to win this game. So that's when I like taking big point spreads, is when I think a team could win outright. And I do think the Cardinals have the potential in this game to not only cover the 5.5 points, but to win the game. Plus 210, I like that juice coming back. And the Packers have been living and dying by the turnovers, right? They lead the NFL right now in turnovers. They're amazing getting turnovers. But if you look at the defense, go Birds! If you look at the defense, they give up a lot of yards both on the ground and through the air, right? So something's got to give. Either they're going to keep getting turnovers or they're going to start losing some of these games that are tight, right? I've been looking for a new suit and you look suitable. Super clever. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Billy. It's like my worst nightmare, man. My dog is my best friend on the planet. I'm sorry to hear that, Billy. And I'm thinking about you, man. Because, losing a dog is losing a family member, man. So, I'm really sorry to hear that. And I'm glad that we can talk some ball, have some fun, talk some shit. Yeah, there's so many teams. It's just so hard for me to narrow my focus and really understand the ins and outs of these rosters in college football. I'll start scouting guys for my mock drafts towards the end of the year, but it's just there's too many people, man. There's too many teams. There's so many divisions. It's just not for me, man. Not for me. What's up, Michael? What's going on? If you have any questions, it's a Reggie White jersey. Reggie White, it's the Mitchell and Ness jersey from 1990. Yeah, Mitchell and Ness makes the nicest jerseys out there, guys. If you want to buy a super dope quality jersey, Mitchell and Ness, that's the way to roll, man. And my wife just got me a Brian Dawkins one, too. I think it's the Midnight Green. So, yeah, the Mitchell and Ness jerseys are super tight. Yeah, the Kelly Green's the way to go. I think I want to get a Kelly Green Kelsey or Foles. Or I was thinking about getting the white Foles jersey. I'm debating on the next jersey. Do I want to get a CJ Stroud? Do I want to get a Josh Allen? And then I can get some classic Eagles jerseys, too. Yeah, the Colts-Titans game is really, really tough, man. It's tough to get a gauge on who wins that game. So it looks like Anthony Richardson is going to be starting. No Joe Flacco for the Colts. Michael Pittman is also probably not going to play in this game. No Jonathan Taylor. So the Colts are really handicapped right now offensively. And Anthony Richardson's been really bad, man. He's only completed 50% of his passes, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, right, guys? That's not going to get it done in the NFL. Completing 50% of your passes, it's not going to get it done, man. The dude just doesn't have, he has like serious accuracy issues. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Titans in this game. I really am. I think Will Levis might have his best game of the year this week. And the Colts defense made a hero out of Trevor Lawrence. So why can't they make a hero out of Will Levis? That's what I'm talking about. I think the Bengals defense is absolute trash. Yeah, I got a Dawkins already, man. I got a Mitchell and Ness. I think it's a home jersey from like the mid 2000s. The Mitchell and Ness jersey. So I got a Dawkins. I think I got a Hurts floating around somewhere. I got the Reggie White. I just got a Bobby Boucher Waterboy jersey. That's super dope. All right, so we're going to talk about the Saints now. Weston Outdoors. So the Saints. No Derek Carr. He's hurt. Alvin Kamara and Raheem Shaheed been dealing with injuries all week. They were questionable. It looks like they're both going to play. But they're banged up. Offensive line's a little banged up too. And now rookie Spencer Rattler is going to be under center for the Saints. We don't know what we're going to get. It's hard. They're going up against the Buccaneers, who are coming off a mini bye. And Todd Bowles' defense, man. They're going to be blitzing all kinds of crazy looks. He really mixes it up, and he's like moving guys all around and shifting defensive linemen, interior defensive linemen to the edge. I mean, linebackers lining up everywhere. It's really confusing for a young quarterback, so he might struggle. Yeah, Jason, I agree. I think it's going to be a great game. Division games are always fun to watch. You have no idea what's going to happen in these division games, right? So, yeah, I'm trying to break down the games the best I can. I watch every game twice every week to give you guys the best. I'm actually watching the games, man. This dude does not phone it in. We're watching each and every week all the games. I'm watching them live. And then on Monday, it's all day long in the office just watching game after game after game. So that's why you got to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, guys. Help this stream get out into the YouTube universe. It really means a lot to me. So the Ravens are playing the Commanders. The Commanders are a really fire-hot team right now. Their defense sucks, though, right? The Ravens are kind of in the same boat. The Ravens' defense has not been good at all. They're giving up some of the most points in the NFL and giving up around the league lead in passing yards. This Baltimore Ravens defense is not the Baltimore Ravens defense of the past decade, right? Go Birds! Christina Emerald. But yeah, I don't know if this Ravens defense, like, look, man, they shut out the Bills. Great. But they also gave up 26 points to the Raiders, 25 points to the Cowboys, 27 points to the Chiefs, and then 38 points to the Bengals last week, right? What's up, Garrett? Always nice to see you back. What's going on, everybody? Tuning in to the live stream. Let's take a look at the stats from last week against the Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, right? Both teams pretty efficient on third down, 10 of 15 for the Ravens, 8 of 14 for the Bengals. So many yards, 520 for the Ravens, 442 for the Bengals. Lots of offense, right? Lots of offense. Not a lot of penalties. You know, the Ravens were very efficient in the red zone too, 5 out of 6. That's a good thing. And the time of possession, pretty much even. That's why you get an even game, man. But if you look at the box score, Joey Burrow, 392 yards on the Ravens defense. 5 tutties, 1 interception, 137 rating. They were pretty efficient at stopping the run, but Jamar Chase balled out. 10 catches, 193 yards, 2 tutties. And then T. Higgins balled out too, 9 for 83, another 2 touchdowns, right? So, yeah, Joe, it's crazy, man. Yeah, 392. Average 10 yards a pass. That's crazy talk, man. This Ravens defense is not very good. They're not very opportunistic. I don't know. It's a mediocre defense at best. Yes, I do. Go Birds. Always repping the Birds. Yeah, their defense is not great this year, man. So Jaden Daniels might be able to light it up. They got to get pressure on Jaden Daniels. I know, man. If the Birds lose to the Browns, Nick Sirianni's getting fired. So that wouldn't be the worst thing for Eagles fans, right? It's going to be tough sledding for the Browns, though. Eagles coming off a bye. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Lane Johnson all coming back. Cooper DeJean is taking over the slot cornerback position from Avonte Maddox. Do you think the 49ers and Chiefs fans are fake? No, Chiefs, that stadium, even when the Chiefs weren't playing well, that stadium sold out, man. Yeah, if the Eagles lose tomorrow to the Browns somehow, I think Sirianni's getting canned, man. I think he's getting canned, Silver Scientist. What up, cuz? Yeah, man. Nick Sirianni, and he doesn't really bring a lot to the table, right? So you got this CEO head coach, right? So what does that mean? That means he doesn't call the plays, and he doesn't have anything to do with the defense, right? So it's if I were the Eagles, I would have fired Nick Sirianni last year, right? So they're in a tough spot. I know Jeffrey Lurie, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, does not like to fire people in the middle of the season, right? But they lose to the Browns, the worst offense in the NFL. He's got to go, man. He's got to go. I agree about the Jalen Hurts-Sirianni relationship. Apparently, there were some articles coming out. They had a kumbaya session over the bye week, but I don't know. I don't believe it. But Jalen Hurts can rag on Nick Sirianni all he wants. But he's the dude throwing interceptions in the end zone. He's the one getting strip sacked. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can blame the coach and his philosophy all you want, but it's not like he's dropping dimes, not turning the ball over, being efficient at the quarterback position, right? So he's got to take some accountability too. Doug Peterson got fired, man. And Jalen Hurts is making so much money, guys. So much money. Oh, my gosh. The Eagles are paying Jalen Hurts a bag. And he looks not good. I think the Eagles are, what are they, 2-3? Are they 3-2? Yeah, I think they're 2-3. Or are they 3-2? Yeah, 2-2 the Eagles are. 2-2 for the Bird Gang. So yeah, the Eagles got to get a win. The Browns are 1-4. 0-2 at home. They got one win on the road. They got a scoring differential of -42. They've lost 3 games in a row. There's only 2 teams in the NFL with a worse, scoring differential than them. It's the Panthers and the Dolphins. That's it. So, yeah, the Browns, that's the worst deal in NFL history. Bubba, I like the Cardinals, man. I think the Cardinals. Yeah, dude, Huff has been a disaster for the Eagles, man. They paid him a ton of money. They thought he could stay, but he can't stop the run at all. So he's only on the field on passing downs, and that's like, what, 1st and 3rd down? So he's always coming off the field. What's up, Stewart? Bubba, I like the Cardinals. I like that as an upset. I'm looking at some other, man. I don't love a lot of underdogs. The Giants are in play because the Giants got a good D-line. Their secondary is not very good, but Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns are the truth, man. So they can rush the passer a little bit. Yeah, I just like Kyler Murray's game, man. He really makes it tough on defenses. All right, let's talk about the Lions and Cowboys, right? Yeah, the Cowboys are banged up. The run game came alive a little bit last week, but Eric Kendricks, the middle linebacker, he's out. Micah Parsons, he's out, edge rusher. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's done for the foreseeable future, right? Yeah, no neighbors for the Giants this week. Yeah, no neighbors. It looks like Devin Singletary will be back for the Giants, but Malik Neighbors did not get through concussion protocol, so that leaves us with an offense with not a lot of weapons, right? So the Bengals need to win a game like after having that nice performance last week against the Ravens. They need to go into New York and, Oh, thanks for subbing, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, if you could do me a huge solid, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 10,000 subscribers. I appreciate all you guys tuning in, chopping it up, talking ball, talking some shit. It's always a good time on the J All Day Sports Show, everyone. All right, so I like the Lions in that spot. The Lions secondary is a little sus, but I think Aiden Hutchinson does enough to, get Dak Prescott off his spot. And Prescott's got a bunch of young receivers, no Cooks again. And CeeDee Lamb's going to have a good game, right? So, CeeDee Lamb, if you want to pay up for someone in daily fantasy, I expect Neighbors to have 10 catches, 150 yards probably. Yeah, it hasn't been a good start for the Eagles so far, man. My least favorite team is the Cowboys all day. Cowboys are the worst. Yeah, it looks like no Micah Parsons this week. I don't know what the deal is. They haven't put him on IR yet, so I'm guessing they're expecting him back next week because IR is 4 games, and that opens up a roster spot. So I'm assuming he'll be back not this weekend, but the following weekend, but we'll see. Yeah, Tolbert looked good last week. I agree. Oh, that's great, man. You got to start somewhere. It starts slow in the beginning, and then some months it starts like a waterfall. But you got to start putting out some more original content. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, absolutely, man. I'm great to see you getting some progress, Garrett. That's great, man. I always like to see everyone glow up. Is Baker a top 10 quarterback? He's a fringe top 10 quarterback, right? You can name 5 or 6 guys right away that are better than him. Mahomes, CJ, Allen, Joey Burrow. There's 4 guys right there that are better than him. And then it gets into debatable. Is Brock Purdy in there? Dak Prescott? That's 6. And then there's guys like Justin Herbert. He's really good too. I mean, there's a bunch of quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers is probably in that mix, even though he's getting a little bit older. Lamar Jackson, obviously, So there's guys that are, he's probably in that 10 to 12 range for quarterbacks in the NFL right now. All right, good night, Garrett. Take it easy, bro. Is Kyler Murray a top 5 quarterback? No, absolutely not. Yeah, he's definitely not. I mean, there's 5 guys that are if I'm starting an NFL franchise, I'm taking Mahomes, C.J. Stroud, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joey Burrow, all over him. Oh, nice. How'd you do, man? C-Vet 3. Oh, nice, man. What position do you play, kid? I'm taking Lamar Jackson for sure. Don't be jello? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I mean, I like Kyler Murray. He's just not a top 5 guy, in my opinion. He's a top 12 guy. I don't think he's a top 5 guy, though. Nice, man. I played some running back in my day. No, I mean, Brock Purdy doesn't turn the ball over a lot, and he could sling it a little bit, man. I don't think he's a system quarterback. Yeah, I'm not a big Geno Smith guy. He's got flashes, but he's just very inconsistent. There are some games where Geno is locked in and he's balling out. But the last couple weeks, we see bad Geno, and you're like, oh, this is why nobody really wants him as their quarterback. Yeah, I just think Christian McCaffrey brings such a juice to that 49ers offense, right? So I think, but I don't know. Apparently, he's got that tendonitis in both of his Achilles, right, for Christian McCaffrey. So I'm not sure how that plays out. Not quite sure how that plays out, guys. What's up, Haywood? What's going on? Yeah, I agree. Cowboys vet 71. I think Tua should wrap it up. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think. I think that's what's going on, man. I definitely think that the head injuries are so dangerous, man. Yeah, the whole 49ers offense looks like a little weird right now, right? So it's tough to kind of judge like what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough situation, right? I don't. Yeah, the Devante Adams. I don't. I wonder how much demand there's going to be for him. I just don't know how much demand is going to be there for. I mean, there's probably only a handful of teams, right, that are going to go. Devante Adams. I mean, he hasn't looked good. He didn't look really great in the few games that he played in, right? Go Birds! Yeah, the Jets definitely need a win after the. No, CD. I mean, I haven't heard anything about CD Lamb going anywhere else. Where else? Where's he gonna go? Cowboys aren't letting him go. They just re-signed him for a ton of money. All right, give me a sec, guys. I got to scroll through some of these comments. All right, good night, man. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you. But wasn't Jerry Rice like 400 years old when he played on the Raiders? He was like an old man. King of Fortnite, go Birds! Yeah, CD's gonna be with the Cowboys. I wouldn't be surprised if CD Lamb plays for the Cowboys for life, man. Yeah, I mean, so if I'm the Raiders, I'm not giving up Devante Adams for like. I'm not give. I want a first round pick, or two twos, or a two and a three the next year. I'm not giving away Devontae Adams. If he doesn't want to play, he could sit the bench and give away the money that we paid him. Give back the money. You know what I mean? Yeah, Devontae Adams, and like everywhere he goes, it's like Stephon Diggs. He's always causing problems. He's always complaining. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of these wide receivers are such divas, man. It's tough. And then you bring him into the locker room, then what? He's gonna like screw up the chemistry. You know what I mean? Nah, that's not true. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, he's not going anywhere, guys. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if Stephon Diggs can step up now that Nico Collins is gone. Because Nico Collins he's big, physical, tough, true X wide receiver, right? And Stephon Diggs is going to get his chance to be the guy. Him and Tank Dell, right? So we'll see what he can do this weekend against the Patriots. Yeah, I think A.J. Brown's a top 5 receiver. So we got CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think you can put A.J. Brown in that mix, man. I really do. Yeah, Hopkins has been MIA, but Will Levis has been absolutely terrible. So I think Hopkins can still be a functional wide receiver in the NFL right now, but we'll see. We'll see if Will Levis can get it together. Yeah, a lot of people are speculating, but like, what are the Jets going to give up to get him? You know what I mean? I'm going to look up the Jets draft picks for 2025. So, all right, so next year the Jets got a 1 or 2. They got a 1 or 2, 2 threes, a 4 or 5, and 2 sixes. And then the next year they don't have a lot of draft picks. A 1, a 2, or a 3, depending on what the Eagles do. 4, 5, 6, 6, and a 7. So, I mean, what are they going to... They're going to have to give up. And you know that Devante Adams wants to go to the Jets, too. So, if I'm the GM, I'm holding their feet to the fire. Give me the first round pick. You don't get what you want. Sorry. That's what I'm doing. I'm holding his feet to the fire, guys. I mean, I know people are going to not like me saying this, but Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. It's not even close, to be honest. It's really not. You could put him on pretty much any team, and he's going to find ways to win. Straight up. Him and Andy Reid together, good luck. Good luck. He just finds ways to win football games, man, over and over and over and over and over consistently, guys. It's really tough to deal with. So, I don't know, man. But yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on that 10K marker I've been wanting to get. Oh, thanks, House Party. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels looks great. He was one of my favorite. Yeah, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks in the draft, guys. Sorry, I'm just reading through all these comments. There's like a million flying in right now. Yeah, Ricky, unfortunately, the Dolphins, man, Tua getting hurt is a bummer. Such a bummer, guys. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys all tuning into the live stream, coming and hanging it out, chopping it up with some ball. We're getting closer, almost getting to 9,200, man. So thank you, man, Zarian. I appreciate you, dude. I mean, I think so. The safeties aren't very big for the Eagles, and their linebackers suck, right? So Njoku can definitely, I don't know if he's 100% healthy. I know he's coming off that injury. And Deshaun Watson has been pretty cheeks. So depending on Njoku, it's not my favorite play, right? But if he had 6 or 7 catches for 95 yards and a tutty, I wouldn't be surprised. I like the Lions this week. They're coming off a bye. They're pretty much 100% healthy. They're playing a very banged up Cowboys team, right? They are on the road, but I like the Lions this week. I think that's one of the better bets of the week. The money line pick on the Lions. No, I don't do prize picks. I just do straight up bets. If you join my memberships, it's $4.99 a month. I give out all my picks every single Friday. I go through all my sports book, and you can see every single one of all the bets I make each and every week. I do mostly money line bets, but I sprinkle in some parlays and the occasional teaser in there as well. And I do some props as well, some touchdown scorers. But I tend to like money line bets the best, or like 2-team parlays. Nice, man. Yeah, that definitely surprised me a little bit. I knew losing Tua would be tough, right? But for them to just completely fall apart, they just looked demoralized. The offensive line wasn't very good, and Tua's pretty evasive in the pocket, so it made the O line that's not very good look better. And he was really good at getting the ball out on time. And it really goes to show you just how good Tua was, because this Dolphins team looks absolutely lost. That Commanders-Ravens game, the boat is really, really tough. For the Commanders to go on the road and beat Baltimore would be crazy, right? I don't know, Mike. I've been asking myself that question for 38 years. I don't know, Mike. I've been thinking about that my whole life, bro. We got a couple championships, though. Yeah, it's early to tell on Jaden Daniels how good he is. It's only been 5 games, right, guys? So give it another 5, and then we can start to make a little more assumptions about where Jaden Daniels goes. This is a big step up in competition this week, so we'll really get to see, is this guy a C.J. Stroud type of player? We'll see. Yeah, man, Tua leaving, it's really sad. But I can relate. I had some concussion issues from football as well, that led to some of my, my issues, right? Like, concussions are no joke, man. They're no joke. And then your body starts to fail you a little bit, right? And then the more concussions you have, he didn't even get hit that hard in that hit. And his brain's already shutting off. That's what happens to fighters, right? They call it punch drunk, where like you don't even have to get hit anymore and you just get KO'd. Like Cody Garbrandt went through that. Where it's just like your chin just goes, man. And your brain just shuts off. Yeah, the brain stuff is scary, man. Like when I started having my seizures, it was like really, really scary. And you had to stop playing ball. Yeah, I think Tua, unfortunately, maybe he comes back for this year and just collects the money from this year. But I don't know. Who do I think wins the AFC North? Man, the AFC North is anybody's game right now. I think the Ravens it's their division to lose. So we'll see. And yeah, it's really not that simple, Bennett. There's like a lot of things out of your control on a football field, man. Should he have slid, not face first? 100%. You're 100% right. But that doesn't mean the pocket's not going to collapse and he's going to, take a blindside hit. Yeah, I think the AFC South is the most wide open division in the AFC, in my opinion. If you're the Texans should win that division, though, right? Who comes in second place, third place, fourth place? I think the Jaguars, Titans, and Colts are all in the mix for second place. And then it's like the Texans play in a different division, right? Yeah, Bennett, that's like just a part of his game, I guess. It's just like, and he's not a big dude either. You know what I mean? He's not like the biggest guy in the world, so it's scary, man. Yeah, I do like C.J. Stroud. They gotta limit. They're 4-1, and they haven't even been playing great football. A lot of penalties, especially a lot of pre-snap penalties. The Houston Texans are the most penalized team in the NFL right now, so they gotta clean it up. They gotta clean it up. But yeah, they got a first-round pick then, get a new young quarterback. Yeah, I mean, that's because they haven't been playing great football. The offensive line is underachieving a little bit. And not having Joe Mixon hurts as well. Yep. That's the wifey. Yeah, Tunsil's been... And then what's up with Tunsil wearing the red gloves? You're 360,000 pounds. You're 6'9", and then at home against a team wearing a white jersey, you're gonna wear red gloves. Like, you could see holds from outer space. Take off the red gloves. What are you doing, you big dummy? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Tunsil, man. I've never seen so many flags and holding, pre-snap penalties, holdings. Yeah, like these guys that wear red gloves when they're at home against an away team in white jerseys, they got to be idiots. I don't understand how you like. How does the coach let them wear red gloves? It's just so dumb. Like, why? It makes no sense. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers throws 3 picks, and then the defensive-minded head coach gets fired. Make it make sense to me, guys. Make it make sense. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with the Chiefs. They're lucky because they play in a crappy division. That AFC West has been so bad for a decade. Yeah, I mean the Chiefs do seem to get some calls. I'm not gonna lie. Is that why they're winning games? That's debatable. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, CJ Stroud. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers had what, 3 picks last week? Not a great performance. Not a great performance. That's for sure, guys. Not a great performance. But, this has been one of the more competitive years in the NFL that I've seen. So many upsets. It's crazy. Yeah, Kareem Hunt, he's not that dude. He's not that dude. I like the Bears over the Jags, but we'll see what happens. Nah, I mean, they're paying Rodgers too much money. He's like the face of their franchise right now. He's not going anywhere. I mean, they said Pittsburgh. They say he wants to go to Pittsburgh or the Jets, right? Yeah, Anthony Richardson looks cheeks, man. What is he? 3 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. He's only completing 50% of his passes. Yikes. Anthony Richardson, he's not that dude. He's not that dude, guys. Not that dude. Yeah, the Chiefs hasn't. I mean, they're 5-0, but they haven't been playing great football, right? So, and they don't really have a tough schedule for a first place schedule. It's a pretty easy schedule. So, if you're just tuning into the live stream, guys, do me a huge solid. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We added 10 new subscribers on this live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Yeah, I mean, the offense seems to play a little bit better with Joe Flacco right now, but Anthony Richardson's like your franchise quarterback, right? So they're going to truck him out there and hope he gets better. He needs a little finesse. Yeah, Shamil, I don't disagree. The Eagles' defense especially has not been playing great. And Jalen Hurts, they need a win tomorrow. They need a big win. Straight up. They need a win. They need a win. That's it. No, the Cowboys are not built for a championship. There's a lot of teams in the NFC better than the Cowboys, in my opinion. Cheeks! Yeah, I don't see any situation. The Cowboys are dealing with a lot of injuries. They got 2 rookies on the offensive line. Yeah, I don't see a situation where the Cowboys are competing for a championship. Not with all those injuries on defense, man. They're paying him so much money. They could put him on the bench, I guess, but then they're going to eat like how much? What's the guaranteed money? Like $200 million? Oh, who is the GM who made that deal? What a dummy. What a dummy. I don't think it's just Dak. I think a lot of teams with $240 million. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, dude, a lot of NFL teams would take Dak Prescott in a heartbeat. So, I don't think it's just Dak. They have no running game at all whatsoever. They have one good wide receiver and a defense in shambles right now. I mean, you got to go Sam Darnold, right? He's 5-0, coming in on a prove-it deal. Probably was going to be the backup if J.J. McCarthy didn't get hurt. And he's been balling out, straight up. Even if he doesn't have a future with the Vikings, the dude's going to get paid somewhere. Someone's paying him. I actually liked Tony Romo when he was a player. If you looked at the Cowboys squad when he was the quarterback, they sucked. And Tony Romo, he could play, dude. Yeah, the Vikings got a really good defense, and they got an offense that's electric, right? I wouldn't be wanting to play the Vikings anytime soon, and they have a very easy schedule. They're going to be a 13-ish win team this year, mark my words. 12 on the low end, 14 on the high end for wins for the Vikings this year. They have a very easy schedule. And as long as they stay healthy, it's pretty much like every team in the NFL, right? You got to stay healthy. That's the most important, right? But yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out some of my long-form content. That's how we make our living on this channel. There's long-form videos, man. So if you got some time, check out the long-form videos. Check out all my picks I do each and every week for you guys. We do our power rankings, do all kinds of bets, all kinds of stuff. Thanks, CJ Stroud. I appreciate you subbing, man. I appreciate you guys all hanging out, talking some ball. I like the Lions in that spot, man. Lions are coming off a bye, 100% healthy. Thanks, Chop. Appreciate you, man. I think the Lions dominate that game, actually. How are the Cowboys going to stop that offense? I think the Lions put up at least 27 points, at least. Hey, man, I'm here to read the comments. I want to make it like a community thing, right? A lot of the guys that come and hang out in the live stream come every night that I'm here doing the games. Thanks, Random. And I just want to, everyone to, just talk ball, man. Like you're hanging out with your buddies at the bar. Let's talk some ball, talk some shop. Try to win us some money. That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here for you guys. That's it. Yeah, I think everyone's tired of seeing her face. But they have been showing her a lot less this year than they did last year. I think they're getting the picture. Yeah, I need a drink, man. That's for show. I got my tea right here. I'm teeing it up tonight. Some sleepy time chamomile in the house, y'all. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, I'm trying to win us some money tomorrow, man. All right, let's go over my bets for the week. I'm gonna pull up my sports book. All right, the first bet I got what is it? A 4-leg parlay. Texans, Eagles, Bengals, Buccaneers. $5 to win $13.50. So almost a 3x on your money. Next bet, I got a money line bet on the Buccaneers at -185. And then I got another 2-team parlay, Bengals and the Eagles. All right, next up is a teaser, guys. We got a little teaser action going. We got the Raiders in +16, the Colts in 15.5, the Broncos in +16, and the Jets and +15.5. Pretty much an even money bet coming in at -110. And then I got the Colts getting 3.5. Just straight up -160 money line bet. Yeah, I mean, the Giants have no Malik Neighbors again. Joe Burrow threw for like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns last week. Who on the secondary of the Giants can stop T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. Yeah, no, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, but the Titans are terrible, man. That's why I think this is going to be a field goal game either way. So that's why I bought 1 point to get it to 3.5. The Colts and the Titans are both terrible football teams. So, but it's only a $5 bet. It's nothing crazy. I got a money line bet on the Eagles. And then my biggest bet of the week is on the Lions at minus 170. Happy B-Day to your best bud, Daniel, the Unicorn Sleeper. Happy birthday, buddy. The Rams they suck now because they don't have Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. Matt Stafford's playing with a bunch of bums and like 11th string offensive linemen. Nobody can win there. They're literally signing guys rookies off of other teams' practice squads to be on their active roster. That's how limited this Rams team is right now. Yeah, I mean, the offense for the Bengals is clicking right now. Daniel Jones is going to have to put up 35 points to beat Joe Burrow. And, yeah, no Aaron Donald, 100%. So, I mean, the Rams, and Matt Stafford's still keeping them in games. That's how Matt Stafford's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. No, Anthony Richardson's starting over. No Joe Flacco tomorrow. It's Anthony Richardson. Yeah, Anthony Richardson's getting the start, but he's been pretty cheeks, man. So we'll see what Anthony Richardson's are either hit or miss, right? Are we going to get good Anthony Richardson, or are we going to get I'm completing 50% of my passes and throwing 2 picks, Anthony Richardson? I don't know which one we're going to get, Yeah, no one's been able to utilize Kyle Pitts. It makes no sense to me. Man, I thought the Tigers were going to win it, man. I really did. I don't think. Yeah, I thought the Tigers were going to beat Cleveland, but my Phillies got bounced out too. It was depressing. Yeah, I mean, is it too early to say Kyle Pitts was a draft bust? Maybe. Kirk Cousins has been having a really good connection with London and Mooney, and Bijan Robinson's kind of out of the mix too a little bit there, which is surprising. But yeah, guys, if you're new to the live stream, make sure you hit that like button and give me a subscribe. All right, and I got another little parlay. This is a 5-team parlay, only a $5 bet. I got the Lions, 49ers. We already cashed there. Buccaneers, Texans, Eagles. That's a 5X, coming in at plus 500. So, I like that. And then we got another little parlay, Falcons, Eagles, Texans. Another 2-team parlay, Falcons, Texans. Another 2-team parlay. This is a carryover from last week. The Chiefs beat the Saints, and I got to have the Eagles beat the Browns. I mean, I can't see the Eagles losing to the Browns at home, coming off a bye, everybody healthy. Hold on, guys. I'm just scrolling through some of these comments, man. I don't know if Atlanta. Yeah, I would not. Baltimore is a no-go. I think Atlanta and the Eagles both win for sure, but stay away from the Ravens. You got to be crazy to pick the Ravens. The Commanders are on fire right now. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Yeah, I like the Ravens, but the Commanders are hot. For Survivor, you want to stay away from the hot teams, even if they're underdogs. Appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. The Ravens' defense has not been very good, straight up. Ravens' defense, not great. Because they said it on ESPN. Adam Schefter said he was starting, I think. Yeah, on ESPN it says Colts Richardson set to play. And it says 3 hours ago, CBS Sports, Anthony Richardson plans to play Sunday. So if he plays, he's going to start. I'm not going to put him on the bench. That's so crazy. Yet Kirk Cousins was cooking, man. Dude's been cooking. Yeah, they got a new head coach, Dan Quinn, who I like. I like Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know if I like him as a head coach, but as an offensive coordinator, I dig him. And Jaden Daniels is the real deal, man. I said that if you guys follow my draft content, where I do tons of mock drafts every offseason, dude, Jaden Daniels was my #1 quarterback, straight up. How about the Seahawks, man? Back-to-back home losses, and your Seahawks got me eliminated from Survivor, losing to the Giants with no Malik Neighbors. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they definitely want to protect Daniels a little bit more. I don't think he wants to. He's definitely more of a pass-first quarterback, but he's got a very narrow frame, so they got to protect him. Yeah, 3 in a row now. They lost 2 games at home in a row. Yeah, Geno, and that offensive line sucks for the Seahawks, man. It's so bad. He's like running around like a maniac every single week. I feel bad for him. Yeah, the Seahawks losing to the Giants like ripped my heart out. Me and my dad do a Survivor pool every year, and we were down. There was only 18 people left. And we picked San Francisco and the Seahawks. I'm like, those are 2 really tough places to play. There's no way both of these teams are losing. And they both lost. Oh, stabbed me in the heart. I can't do a backflip. Do I look like a guy who could do a backflip? I'm not backflipping anywhere. What's up, Jack? What's going on, dude? Yeah, I like the Buccaneers. I got a bet on the Buccaneers tomorrow to get a dub. The Patriots got the Texans tomorrow. And then the Jets got the Bills on Monday night. Yeah, I agree, Super Mike. I think Todd Bowles is going to line up those linebackers and send them after Spencer Rattler. Just hanging out, Jack, getting ready for the games tomorrow. Trying to get everyone prepped. Telling them about all my bets. All the teams I like. I know. I do wish they would spread it out a little bit, too. The worst is the first couple weeks of the year when there's no buys. And like that 1 o'clock window on the East Coast, it's like 10 games at once. It's crazy. It's stupid. But luckily, I got the YouTube TV thing, the Sunday ticket, so I could go watch all. Later, Zarian. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you, fools. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up, too, guys. We just did 1 hour live stream for you guys. Getting ready for these games tomorrow. Let's go, Birds. We better get a W, or Nick Sirianni is getting kicked out of town. So I wouldn't particularly hate that. But the Eagles need a win for sure. They need to get a dub. I appreciate you guys tuning into the live stream. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And check out my long form stuff, guys. Give my videos some plays. Check it out. Check out my picks. Have some fun with you guys. and help support the channel. If you want to help support the channel, check out my memberships, guys. I do a lot of members-only content, and you can also help out the channel. All right, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, that stinks, Jack. But all right, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'll do a live stream tomorrow night after the afternoon slate. I always do my picks for the following week, so make sure you tune into that. I'll do a live stream after the games as well for a little bit. We'll cook a little bit, and we'll talk about these games. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate you, man. Thanks, Jack. All right, guys. I appreciate you fools. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.